What is an upgrade that the human body needs? Producing our own vitamin C in our livers like 99% of all other animals. Sometimes I see goats just chilling in the sun and I know those smug bastards are mocking my inability to make my own vitamin C. A way to drain the lungs from the bottom so we don't suffocate from our own mucus if we become too old or weak to cough it up. 100% this. Before my nana died from breast cancer, she would often go to have her lungs drained. On her deathbed. It was hard watching her trying to cough. Would love it if humans had a way to drain our own lungs naturally. A button to activate sleep. You will fall asleep in 10 seconds. The ability to regenerate neurons. This is somewhat possible. Neurogenesis plus plasticity and the development of injectable stem cells. Endlessly regenerating teeth. Make the ears as closerable as the eyes are. Just close them and sound is off. Just me and my tinnitus. Instant sleep. Always jealous of the pups zooming around 1 second and then completely sound asleep the next. We need to gain a few levels in these. Edit. Damn, this blew up. I guess I should be glad I prefer swimming to running as it could save me from getting them replaced later in life. How about not having our breathing and eating holes be the same so people don't choke to death? At least the eating and shitting holes are different. Wasn't always like that. Stronger backs and hips. Stronger joints in general. If we live until around 70, that stuff shouldn't be falling apart in your 30s. I'm hoping we live much longer than 70. Retirement age is like 65 now. I'm really hoping medical tech can get me to 100 at least. Reinforcement to every joint and your back. Don't wanna be like, so yeah, sure, I'll shotgun a Mountain Dew then jump off the roof onto that folding table, but I don't wanna hurt my back when I'm like 80. Things like that are annoying. My cousin basically did this. X-rays showed that he had the back of a 70-year-old man in his mid-20s. Having to find ways to support your back and manage pain with that big of a disadvantage at that age can really mess things up. Non-degrading vision. Step that up and add adjustable zoom. Fix that bug that makes your body age and causes damage to accumulate. I think by 2050 there will be ways how to address aging specifically. Perfect vision and eyes that can correct itself so we don't have to wear glasses. I don't mind glasses. But I hate that it's getting more difficult to see in low light as I get older. Blocking pain once you've established it's not a threat to your survival. Not being sick as fuck during pregnancy. And not having childbirth to be so painful and risky. Absorbing period blood, even mice can do it, body, why can't you? Or, even better, only ovulating on command. No periods. No unwanted pregnancies. Reabsorb the uterine lining if the egg doesn't fertilize. The ability to burn excess fat at will. The ability to turn on off fertility. The ability to hook up to a USB-C adapter to gain extra energy at will and run system diagnostics to figure out exactly what's wrong with the body when ailed. The fertility switch needs to also pause the menstrual cycle. No periods without the need for awful BC medication risks FTW. Photosynthesis. Edit. I never said you wouldn't also be able to eat food. Only catches we'd all have to be bright green. More separation between the waste disposal facilities and the recreational areas. But both are recreational areas. And both disposal some kind of waste. Breathe underwater. Edit. This blew the hell up. Awesome. Fly with the land. Ability to digest cellulose would solve a lot of problems. Preferably without needing 4 stomachs to do it. Flesh wings and more upper body strength. Flesh wings. Fucking metal. Sphincter muscle for period blood. Better, the whole thing only on demand. Why waste an egg you won't use? Testicle guard. The reason testicles hang out rather than being internal is because the sperm has to be kept cooler than internal body temperature to survive, or something. IDK, I am not a biologist, but they hang out so they are kept further away for cooling. If we had a reinforced guard it would probably have to be quite thick to be able to be protective enough. Then it would end up insulating the testicles and then there would be other problems. You don't want warm bollocks. Unless the guard was bone or something, then just disregard what I said. Not having to go pee so regularly. The body should be able to collect it and dispose of it like once a day. I think most Discord moderators do that already. Healthier stress responses. More so stress responses that are able to handle long-term issues and not just the immediate ones that our ancestors had. No matter what food is eaten, once the body has enough of the nutrients from it, the rest passes out. So if you eat too much fat, you don't get fat. It just leaves your body. Too much sugar? Nope. No more diabetes. Over time we learn to adjust our eating habits so we eat the right things and our bodies stay in balance. So, instant diarrhea? Night vision. We have this. Not sure about for women. But when I get an erection I would like it to be accompanied by a lightsaber sound effect. Why stop there? You don't want it to light up too? It could be useful in the dark. A way for learn things via direct download into the brain. This would be especially useful for foreign language learning but also for complex concepts such as mathematics and science. Neo from the Matrix knows Kung Fu. Men need the ability to shoot blanks. Women can have retractable breasts. Actually in most mammals, the breasts only grow when the animal is pregnant nursing. Humans are the exception. Human brains are hardwired in favor of confirmation bias. Having them hardwired to favor critical thinking instead would solve most of humanity's problems. Critical thinking takes a lot more time than instinctive reactions. I suggest a hybrid system instead. Leave instinct and empirical knowledge for emergencies. The anti-allergy function. This and anti-acne prone skin. Reinforced toes and feet. I shall never be beaten by a piece of Lego. We will call this adaptation shoes. Cuff holder. Like, hands? Better birth canal. Even now birth is dangerous for mother and baby. Not needing to sleep. Shut up. You ain't gonna take away my free trial of death. Wings. 3 livers. 1 for every recreational drug I take. This. An unlimited source of serotonin can only take Molly once every 3 months to get the same effect. An upgrade to the immune system that has a built-in cure for cancer. Telekinesis. Why are there a few similar questions like this today? It's almost as if God is out there trying to get feedback for the next update. HMMMMMM. Regenerating nerves. Bigger vagina so baby comes out easy peasy. My understanding is that the vagina isn't the most painful passage the baby has to go through. I would figure the cervix hurts way more. When I got my IUD, it was so bad I almost passed out and that was hardly anything. No atherosclerosis like dogs. They also had some feature of the heart that makes heart attacks a lot less dangerous. I think it was that the heart muscle was supplied redundantly. Removing our dependency of oxygen and broadening our very fragile small-scaled toleration of atmospheric pressure. So we can climb Everest without needing air tanks or worry about passing out. And fly any altitude with not ever knowing the pain of your ears popping. Plus nice side effect. Which would open other doors too. Now we can drop to the ocean floor and see what's down there with our own eyes. The feet need to be simplified. We don't need about 10 different bones to stand up. And we don't use them for climbing anymore. The back also needs reinforcement. Almost everyone will get some back pain once in their lives. Man, I need this so damn bad. Fucking scoliosis had to fuck my shit up. Okay. Hear me out. Common sense. Anti-aging. Upgraded brain capacity. We're capable of thinking and reasoning and working out all kinds of complicated things. But the theory is many of us don't because it's hard. It requires energy and time. So it's easier to rely on gossip from your neighbors about the state of the world than work things out for ourselves. We believe so much wrong information and the world suffers because of this. Wings. Though most people would be happy with a brain. Fun fact, the more your intelligence increases, the more vulnerable you are to problems like chronic depression, anxiety, panic attacks. Turns out it's pretty easy to live without any fear when you're too stupid to understand what's threatening to you and to what extent. Bionic spine. A body analyzer to show what's wrong instead of guessing why things hurt or why you feel sick tired. Memories should be passed down to our children. So we can see the memories of our ancestors. When you remember your parents having sex. Button that flips energy on and off. I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. And apologies for being old and everything. But how the hell hasn't the female human body learned to regulate its hormones correctly in the perimenopause years? Why the shitting hell are we still sweating our tits off when we do any moving around? Why the bloody buggering heck are we still going through years of brain fog, anxiety and depression once we hit our mid-40s? It bloody sucks. And why are we so bloody irritable? Zoom feature for our eyes. Also, fuck glasses. Imagine being able to digest plastic, then there wouldn't be so much pollution. Yay, win-win. But you'd have to sanitize it cause it would be nasty pulling it from random places and just inhaling plastic. More teeth when the old ones fall out. Oh. This tooth is damaged. Well, let me make another and just have it fall out. Stable knees. A gene to eliminate all cancers. Eternal youth and health. That's not an upgrade. That's more of an overhaul. Dye semen blue. Oh why no? Internal testicles. I understand why they are external but seems risky, you know. Brain reset to fix mental health issues. Ability to function without sleep. I'd have so much more room for activities. Spines that aren't stupid. An improved birth process. Birth is painful and prone to complications. Fixing it would save thousands of mothers and children from death and help both not have as much problems as they might afterward. Ability to load information to brain from flash drive. Repairing the spinal cord. New knees around the age of 35. 2 more lungs would be fucking sick. Empathy module needs to be at least 3 times bigger. The ability to manually override our fight or flight response when needed. Imagine being able to turn off your anxiety when you recognize it's irrational. The ability to control where we grow hair. The ability to see shit from the perspectives of people you addict to, like a PTSD flashback type deal. But the second you say something that makes people uncomfortable or hurt, boop, you're in their body for like 2 seconds. Then back to yourself so you can apologize and act right. Having to charge 8 hours to operate 16 hours is ridiculous. Casually biting down on a tough piece of bread no longer poses a 1% chance of causing you to absolutely crush your inner cheek between your teeth. Crushing a piece of your inner cheek no longer causes the cheek meat to swell up and become even harder to avoid biting. Teeth. We need better teeth. An ability to distinguish between rational thinking and emotional reacting.